Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the CSS based transition. So, what are the classes that are getting applied when we are doing the transition? So, normally there are 6 classes that are applied when the transitions are entering or leaving. So, what are those 6 classes? Let's try to see. The first one is, you try to see here, v hyphen enter hyphen from, and the second one is v hyphen enter hyphen to, and the another one is v hyphen enter hyphen active, and when it is leaving, v hyphen leave hyphen from, v hyphen leave hyphen to, and the last one is the v hyphen leave hyphen active. So these are the these are the 6 classes. So when a transition is entering, these 3 classes will be applied. When the transition is leaving, when these 3 classes will be applied. So how these 3 classes are applied or removed, let's try to see. The first one, v hyphen enter hyphen from. So this is the starting state for enter. This class is added before the element is inserted, of, and the class is removed after the element is inserted. So when it is going to be inserted, this class is added, and after the element is successfully inserted in one frame, after one frame, this will be removed. And the second one is the enter hyphen to. So this is the ending state for enter. Added one frame after the element is inserted, at the same time when the v hyphen enter hyphen from is removed. So when this v hyphen enter hyphen from is removed, immediately this at the same time v hyphen enter hyphen 2 is applied, and it is removed when the transition or animation is finished. So we will be adding transition something like 0.5 seconds or 1 second, right? So when that transition or animation is completed, so this class is also will be removed. And what about this v hyphen enter hyphen active? So this is the active state for the entering, applied during the entire entering phases. So when the element is entering and when the element is placed after the transition and all those things, so at all the time this one will be present. added before the element is inserted, removed when the transition or animation is finished. So that means from here to here onwards it will be existing. This class can be used to define the duration, delay, and easing curve of our entering the transition. So these are the 2 things. And when we come to the v hyphen leave hyphen from and v hyphen leave hyphen to, so these 3 also one and the same only. First we will try to learn about the v hyphen leave hyphen from. Starting state for the leave, add immediately when a leaving transition is triggered, removed after one frame. So this one, when the leaving transition is triggered, so then it will be added. Leave hyphen 2, the ending state for the leave, added one frame after immediately when the leave hyphen from is removed, immediately this one will be added, and it is removed when the animation or transition is finished. What about this v hyphen leave hyphen active? So this is also an active state for the leave, applied during the entire leaving phase, added immediately when the v hyphen leave hyphen from is added, leaving transition is triggered, and removed when the transition or animation is finished. So this is also the same class used for define the duration, delay, and easing curve for the leaving the transition. So v hyphen enter hyphen active and v hyphen leave hyphen active gives us the ability to specify different easing curves for enter or leave transition. So which we will see the examples right now. So now we understood these are the 6 classes. So let's try to see in our transition example. So here I will try to remove these all the things. Okay. So now let's say that we are having 6 classes, right? V hyphen enter hyphen from. Okay. And another one is v hyphen enter hyphen to, and another one is v hyphen enter hyphen active. So these are the classes for the entering phase. And another one which we are able to see, dot v hyphen leave hyphen from, and another one is dot v hyphen leave hyphen to, and another one is dot v hyphen leave hyphen active. Okay, so these are the 6 classes. So now from entering means, so it needs to enter. So from to 2. So that means here we need to add from opacity 0 to opacity 1. So entering, right? So we need to do the opacity 1. And now leave from. So that means when it leave, so opacity 1 to opacity 0. needs to go opacity 0, right? Now we need to apply the transition for this one. Transition opacity 2 seconds, opacity 2 seconds is, we can have it like this. The same thing, transition we can apply for the leave and active also, like. So this is the total thing. Now if you try to see the output, now if you see the output, the same output it will come. If you try to see here, see the same output. We are able to see the same output, but here this time we have elaborated this one. So from 0 to 1 entering, from leave means, so 1 to 0 it needs to go, and we have applied the transition. So if you want to make it shorthand notation, so these both are one and the same, right? So here you can write enter -active comma dot, like this you can add it dot, and you can remove this transition, both one and the same, right? And leave -from and enter -to, or otherwise v enter -from and leave -to, one and the same. So you can remove this one, and here you can add it, okay? And I can remove this one also, and v and leave -from, and these two are one and the same, and here you can add it here, and I can remove the same. So this is the thing which we have written it earlier. Now if you see the output here, same output we'll be able to see. Click here, same output we'll be able to see. This is how we will be having. And now another one, what I can say. So that's it. So this is all about the this transition thing. Okay, so these are the different types of classes that are available in the transition. So these are the two things. So enter -active, leave -active is the animation phase, and these things are the normal thing. So fine. So now if you try to see named transition, we need to understand about the named transition. If you see here named transition, all the time we are using v hyphen, right? So v for Vue.js, so we are using v hyphen. So if you want to change the name of this one, we can change it. So here you can add a name. Name is equal to fade or anything, whichever name you want, you can add it here. And instead of v, you can have fade here. It's also one and the same. If you want to have separate name for this one, you can add it. So wherever you are using the v option, you can check it. Now if you see the output, same output you will get. And if you see the classes for this one, this time you'll be able to see for this one fade like that. See fade -leave, leave -2 like that. So like this you'll be able to see. So these are called as a named transition. Okay, the transition classes by default it will be prefixed with its name instead of v. Now here, now that is all about the transition thing. Okay, so you can also apply the multiple transitions for this one, for multiple animations also you can apply it. We'll try to see it in the next video. So these are the CSS classes and the different types of CSS classes and its explanation. Hope you understood about the CSS 6 classes, 6 CSS classes which will be applied when you are trying to apply the transition. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.